what we call minarets or type things, but they are not exactly minarets, thorn-like erections made by Ashoka.
Stupas.
Stupa, no, not stupa.
Lots.
Lot, I am saying, but I don't know the English word for this. In Urdu we say lot. Stupas are completely different things. They are a different construction for worshipping. But lot is like a minaret, like a size lot. So anyway, on those lots, which are situated in Pakistan near Texla, it is written in so many words that Buddha was a messenger of God, and God has also been mentioned among other things. But the point I am making is this, that before Ashoka, Buddhism was not written. And the personality of Christ and the personality of original Buddha got so mixed up that it went down to the future generations as one thing. So the Christian scholars also have taken this issue up, and some of the scholars said that things have got mixed up so deeply, so intricately, that to separate the two threads is almost impossible now. So they infer that Christ must have gone to India before crucifixion and returned learning his religion from Buddha. Even Christian scholars have gone to that extent. So obviously, this did not happen because Purana belies the story. And before crucifixion, we have no evidence of Christ ever going to India. And Buddhism didn't travel to the Middle East. Not a single mention of any foreign influence on Christianity is found in New Testament or Old Testament or the history of the Jews or Apocryphas. All books concerning that area, that period, are completely silent on this issue. So that shows that the only plausible explanation is the one put forward by Hazrat Masih Maud Islam himself. It is he who declared to the world and pointed out that Jesus Christ, when he came to India, he came according to the prophecy of Buddha, and he was his Buddha. Because religion has one continuity, it doesn't make any difference where one hails from to speak of the voice of Allah. It is the voice of Allah which is important. So they are interconnected. Because of that, what we hear of Christianity is in the form of a Buddha, who must have appeared at the time when Jesus Christ migrated to India, and his teachings got mixed up. The second phase is the phase of the acceptance of Islam by the followers of Jesus Christ in those areas. Now that was so complete that in the areas where Islam spread, you will be surprised to learn that Hinduism is left and Islam is left and Buddhism disappears. While in other areas where Christ did not have any influence, there Buddhism resisted the onslaught of Islam. So that shows that Christ had left a very pure message about Islam as well. So when those Buddhas or mixture of Buddhas and Christians received the message of Islam who were taught by Christ himself in those areas, they accepted Islam in totality, with the result that the whole people became Muslims. But where his message had not gone to Gilgit and some other parts, there Buddhists remained and they resisted the message of Islam. Now this thing now is further supported because, as I told you, we don't have such a strong positive historical evidence as we can definitely say what might have happened. But when there is paucity of evidence, then whatever evidence is available to you, you you have a right to build your conjectures on that evidence. When it is not gainsaid by any counter evidence, then it becomes very strong or weak, it may appear.
Can I just make a...
Okay. Just a minute. Let me finish this whole line. I have not yet completed. The point I am making is, if there is an evidence, historical evidence, however meager, however it may appear, if there is nothing to counter it historically, and that is the only evidence available to you, it becomes strong because of its loneliness, its being alone in the field. There is nothing to counter it. So this is exactly the case I am building in favor of Christ having migrated to India. Whatever evidence is there is in favor of the NJU. Nothing to contradict it. Now I am coming to the last part, which is the part just revealed by an Oxford scholar who went to Herat for studying the old sects of Darweshis or Sufis. His book, which has been published by Oxford University Press, is entitled Among the Darweshis. This is not his subject, the one I am speaking on. Yet suddenly, discussing various sects of Darweshis, he deviates from his main subject and excuses himself. He said, I am going to tell something which does not directly relate to my subject, but it's so interesting that I can't hold myself without mentioning it. And he says that while this finding out things about the wishes in these areas, I came upon a tribe who is called, the name of the tribe is? Musai. A tribe by the name of Musai, belonging to Moses. I found out that they claimed their religion to be Muslim Christians. So he said, that jolted me out of my slumber, and I was surprised. Either they should be Christians or Muslims. What do they mean by Muslim Christians? Muslims. So he said, I investigated further and met the leader of that tribe, whose name was Abba. Abba is the title, and Yahya was the name. Abba again is a title of the Jewish clergy. Jewish elders were called by the name of Abba. So he met him and found out from him what was this mystery about Muslim Christians. So he told him that, look here, the Christ known to you is just a myth, is not a reality. The Christ which is a reality was saved from crucifixion, and he traveled to Kashmir because the old tribes of Israel had previously migrated from the mainland to Afghanistan and Kashmir. And while on way to Kashmir, he preached Christianity, and we also accepted Christianity at his hand. Our tribe has that long history. And he left his testament with us, which is still in the form of old rolls, and he showed me, according to this author. And he said that in this testament, if you read it, there is not a single mention of Christ being one of the three. He only claims that he is a simple, humble messenger of Allah and nothing else. So he said he preached Christianity to us and made us believe in one God, and because we were expecting another greater prophet to come, perhaps this has not been said in so many words there, but things to this effect have been mentioned in this author, that it was because of the type of Christianity left by Jesus Christ that we became Muslims later on. The difference between Islam and that Christianity was so little, or perhaps nothing, that we had no way out but to accept Islam. So because he was our first benefactor,